My relationship with Stevie is fragmented. I think there's still a lot of love there.
From high school sweethearts to rock legends, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham's relationship has been a roller coaster ride that shaped the band's iconic sound.
That was our destiny. All the record companies said, we want you and Lindsey. And then we started over making our demos.
Their passionate beginnings, chart-topping collaborations, and the heartbreaking split that shook the music world. But the story doesn't end there. What was the real reason behind Lindsey Buckingham's departure from Fleetwood Mac in 2018? Will they ever reunite for one last tour? Let's dive into how Lindsey Buckingham just revealed sad details about dating Stevie Nicks, young love Stevie and Lindsey's early days. In a Palo Alto high school in the late 1960s, a quiet but profound encounter was about to set the stage for a revolution in rock music. Here, two teenagers, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, met for the first time, both brimming with dreams and an untapped potential that would soon ignite the world of music. They were unaware of the musical journey that awaited them, a journey filled with incredible highs and soul-shattering lows. Lindsey, a gifted guitarist with a captivating smile and deft fingers, was already making a name for himself in the local music scene with his band, Fritz. When he first saw Stevie, her golden hair and almost otherworldly aura left him spellbound. Her voice, rich and soulful far beyond her years, seemed like the missing element his band had been searching for. With a mix of eagerness and caution, he asked her to join as their lead singer. On stage, their chemistry was undeniable. Their harmonies were electrifying, leaving audiences mesmerized and craving more. Off stage, however, they remained just friends, each pursuing their own romantic interests, oblivious to the deeper connection that was forming between them. The early 1970s brought a wave of change. Fritz reached its end, but for Stevie and Lindsey, it was just the beginning of a new chapter. Driven by their shared ambition and dreams, they decided to leave the comfort of their hometown and head to Los Angeles, where they hoped to make their mark in the music world. This bold move would be the catalyst for their relationship to evolve from friendship to romance. Their journey to LA wasn't smooth. Lindsey fell ill with mononucleosis, delaying their plans by a year. During this challenging time, Stevie's caring nature shone through as she nursed Lindsey back to health. This period of vulnerability strengthened their bond, laying the groundwork for their romantic relationship. In 1972, they finally arrived in Los Angeles, full of hope and excitement. No longer just friends or bandmates, they became Buckingham Nicks, partners in both life and music. Their debut album, bearing their names, was a labor of love, showcasing their combined talent and vision. But the harsh realities of the music industry soon hit them hard. The album didn't succeed, and their record label dropped them. Instead of giving up, they persevered. Lindsey took on gigs as a session guitarist, lending his skills to other artists, while Stevie worked as a waitress. Despite the struggles, their love for each other deepened. They lived simply, embracing a bohemian lifestyle that would later inspire one of their most cherished songs, Gypsy. As they navigated the ups and downs of life in LA, fate was preparing to intervene. In 1974, Mick Fleetwood, the drummer of Fleetwood Mac, was searching for new talent to join his band. When he heard Buckingham Nicks, he was immediately impressed by Lindsey's unique guitar style and invited him to join. But Lindsey refused to leave Stevie behind. It was a package deal, both or neither. This ultimatum led to one of rock history's most fortunate events. A dinner meeting was arranged to test the chemistry between them and the existing members of Fleetwood Mac. The connection was immediate, especially between Stevie and Christine McVie. Without even playing a note together, Stevie and Lindsey were invited to join Fleetwood Mac, launching them from struggling artists to global superstars. From high school romance to rock stardom, Stevie and Lindsey's journey was about to take an unexpected turn. Little did they know, Fleetwood Mac was waiting in the wings to change their lives forever. How did joining Fleetwood Mac affect Stevie and Lindsey's relationship? Let's find out. Joining Fleetwood Mac, a life-changing opportunity. The The dimly lit rehearsal room was thick with tension as Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham faced the members of Fleetwood Mac in 1974. A moment that would redefine their lives, launching them from struggling musicians to icons of rock history. The room, heavy with cigarette smoke and the scent of opportunity, crackled with nervous energy. Mick Fleetwood, the tall, imposing drummer who led the band, had discovered the album Buckingham Nicks purely by chance. He was captivated by Lindsey's innovative guitar work and initially sought to recruit him alone. But Lindsey, fiercely loyal to Stevie, insisted they were inseparable. Either they both joined or neither did. This decision, driven by love and artistic harmony, would forever alter the course of rock music. When Stevie and Lindsey began to play, an extraordinary magic filled the room. Their voices blended seamlessly, creating harmonies that sent chills down the spines of everyone present. Christine McVie, the band's talented keyboardist, felt an immediate connection with Stevie. It was as if the last pieces of a complex puzzle had finally fallen into place. The band made their decision without hesitation or a formal audition. It was a gut instinct, an undeniable recognition of talent that demanded attention. For Stevie and Lindsey, this invitation was nothing short of a lifeline. Their dreams had been slipping away in Los Angeles, where they struggled daily to make ends meet. Now, suddenly, they were on the brink of stardom. This leap wasn't just professional, it was deeply personal. Stevie and Lindsey's relationship, already strained by years of hardship, would now be tested by the intense glare of fame. They moved back in together, determined to make both their romance and their careers work. As they began recording with Fleetwood Mac, the band's sound evolved in unexpected ways. Lindsey's inventive guitar techniques and production ideas blended effortlessly with the group's established style, while Stevie's distinct voice and mystical songwriting brought a fresh energy to the music. Songs like Rhiannon and Landslide began to take shape, hinting at the greatness that lay ahead. They hit the road, performing to modest crowds at first. But as word spread about the electrifying new lineup, their shows started to draw larger audiences. Stevie, with her flowing dresses and ethereal stage presence, quickly became the band's star attraction. Her haunting vocals and mesmerizing performances left fans spellbound, while Lindsey's masterful guitar solos kept them enthralled. With growing fame came increasing pressure. The relentless touring, constant media scrutiny, and temptations of the rock lifestyle began to strain Stevie and Lindsey's relationship. The very success they had longed for now threatened to pull them apart. Despite the personal turmoil, their musical collaboration remained strong. In the studio, they pushed each other creatively, crafting songs that would define an era. The tension between them only fueled their artistry, infusing their music with raw, passionate intensity. Their hard work culminated in the release of Fleetwood Mac's self-titled album in 1975. It was a triumph, showcasing the band's new direction and the undeniable chemistry between its members. Tracks like Rhiannon and Landslide quickly climbed the charts, cementing Fleetwood Mac's place in rock history. As the album's success skyrocketed, so did the band's fame. They were swept into a whirlwind of sold-out concerts, press interviews, and adoring fans. For Stevie and Lindsey, it was a dream come true, but also a bittersweet reality. The spotlight they had craved now exposed every crack in their relationship. The grueling tour schedule that followed pushed everyone to their limits. Days and nights blurred together, and the endless cities became a hazy backdrop to their performances. On stage, Stevie and Lindsey's chemistry was undeniable, electrifying the audience night after night. But behind the scenes, their bond was slowly unraveling. As the album topped the charts, the band faced the daunting task of following up their success. The pressure weighed heavily on them, and the cracks in their personal relationships widened. Stevie and Lindsey's once fairy-tale romance was now hanging by a thread. As Fleetwood Mac soared to new heights, the price of fame began to take its toll. Behind the scenes, personal relationships were crumbling, setting the stage for their most iconic and emotionally charged album yet. Which song from the Rumors album best captures the band's internal struggles? Keep watching. Love on the Rocks, Relationship Troubles, and Hit Songs. It was 1976, and Fleetwood Mac was about to create Rumors, a record that would become legendary. Yet behind the scenes, the band was unraveling, caught in a storm of personal and professional turmoil. Their previous album's massive success had catapulted them to stardom, but the pressure of fame had begun to fracture their relationships. Stevie and Lindsey, once a couple bound by love and music, found themselves drifting apart. The relentless tour schedules, temptations of the rock and roll lifestyle, and their own ambitions were driving a wedge between them. As they started working on Rumors, the band faced an ironic twist. Their personal lives were falling apart, yet their creative energies were at an all-time high. The heartache, anger, and disillusionment they were experiencing became the fuel for some of rock's most iconic songs. Lindsey channeled his frustration into Go Your Own Way, a raw, biting track that laid bare the pain of their breakup. As he sang in the studio, Stevie stood just feet away, her expression a mix of hurt and determination. The air was thick with tension, but the music they were making was undeniably powerful. Stevie, not one to shy away from expressing her emotions, responded with the haunting Dreams. Her voice, ethereal and poignant, carried the weight of their shared history. The lyrics, "Thunder only happens when it's raining," echoed their fading love and newfound independence. The song would go on to become Fleetwood Mac's only #1 single in the US. Meanwhile, the rest of the band wasn't immune to the chaos. Christine and John McVie were in the midst of a divorce, and Mick Fleetwood was dealing with his own marital strife. The studio became a cauldron of emotions, where every session threatened to boil over into conflict. Yet through it all they persevered. The music they were creating was too important to be derailed by their personal dramas. They managed to compartmentalize their emotions, channeling all the pain and anger into their work. What emerged was a collection of songs that were brutally honest, deeply emotional, and musically brilliant. As the lines between their personal lives and their art blurred, songs like The Chain began to take shape, reflecting the tangled relationships within the band. Despite their differences, they were bound together by the music, unable to break free even if they wanted to. Creating Rumors became a cathartic experience for the band. It allowed them to express feelings they couldn't convey in their personal interactions. Stevie's Silver Springs, a heartfelt reflection on her relationship with Lindsey, was so charged with emotion that it was initially left off the album, only to become a beloved fan favorite years later. Throughout the recording process, Stevie and Lindsey's interactions were a delicate dance of creativity and conflict. Despite the cracks in their personal relationship, they continued to create musical magic together. Their voices still harmonized perfectly, and their chemistry as artists remained strong. The album took nearly a year to complete, each track meticulously crafted amid the chaos of their personal lives. As they wrapped up Rumors, there was a shared sense that they had created something truly extraordinary. The pain and heartache they had endured had been transformed into an album that would resonate with millions. When Rumors was released in February 1977, it was an instant sensation. The album's raw honesty and musical brilliance struck a chord with listeners around the world. Tracks like Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way, and Dreams became anthems, with fans dissecting the lyrics to understand the band's complex relationships. However, the success of Rumors was bittersweet for Stevie and Lindsey. As the album climbed the charts and awards poured in, they were forced to relive their breakup night after night on stage. Each performance of Go Your Own Way became a battle of emotions, with Lindsey's pointed lyrics and Stevie's defiant presence creating an electric tension that audiences couldn't get enough of. Despite the personal cost, Rumors solidified Fleetwood Mac's place in rock history. The album would go on to sell over 40 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. It was a powerful example of how pain could be turned into art, and how beauty could emerge from chaos. For Stevie and Lindsey, rumors marked the end of their romantic relationship but the beginning of a complex, lifelong musical partnership. They continued to create together, their shared history adding depth and intensity to their performances. The album became a cornerstone of their careers, a testament to what they could achieve together despite, or perhaps because of, their tumultuous relationship. The Big Split, Lindsey's departure from Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac, a band synonymous with legendary rock anthems, was no stranger to drama and turmoil. But in 2018, the group faced a shocking upheaval that left both the music industry and fans in disbelief. Lindsey Buckingham, the band's longtime guitarist and creative powerhouse, was abruptly dismissed, sending shockwaves through the world of rock and roll. At the height of their career, Fleetwood Mac was gearing up for another highly anticipated North American tour. Tickets were flying off the shelves and excitement was in the air, yet, behind closed doors, a fierce storm was gathering. Without warning, the band made a stunning decision to continue their journey without Buckingham, a move that blindsided everyone, including the guitarist himself. The news hit like a lightning strike. Buckingham, whose unique guitar riffs and songwriting had been instrumental in shaping the band's iconic sound since the 1970s, suddenly found himself ousted from the group he had helped reach stardom. The reasons for his departure were initially cloaked in mystery, leaving fans and industry insiders speculating about what could have led to such a dramatic split. Determined not to go down quietly, Buckingham took a bold stand. He filed a lawsuit against his former bandmates, alleging breach of fiduciary duty, oral contract, and intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. At the heart of the dispute was the upcoming tour, a lucrative venture from which Buckingham claimed he was unfairly excluded, potentially losing millions. As the legal drama unfolded, Buckingham didn't just fight in the courtroom. He took his story to the public. In a series of revealing interviews, he opened up about the inner workings of one of rock's most storied bands. His words painted a picture of betrayal and frustration, not just over his dismissal, but also over how the situation had been handled by his former bandmates. According to Buckingham, the catalyst for his departure was none other than Stevie Nicks, his former lover and longtime musical partner. He claimed that Nicks had issued an ultimatum to the band: either Buckingham goes or she walks. This revelation added yet another layer of complexity to the already tangled relationships within Fleetwood Mac, hinting at deep-seated tensions that had simmered beneath the surface for years. The band, however, largely remained silent, offering only carefully worded statements that maintained a veneer of professionalism. Their silence only fueled more speculation, leaving fans to wonder about the true reasons behind Buckingham's exit. Eventually, an out-of-court settlement was reached, bringing the legal battle to a close. However, the emotional fallout lingered, leaving a void in Fleetwood Mac that was deeply felt by both the band and its fans. While the group continued to tour with new members, the absence of Buckingham's distinctive guitar work and vocals was undeniable. For many, it marked the end of an era. In a surprising turn of events, Stevie Nicks finally broke her silence in September 2021, offering her perspective on Buckingham's departure. She revealed that the issues stemmed from a disagreement over tour scheduling. Buckingham had requested a delay to promote his solo work, a proposal that didn't sit well with Nicks, who was determined to stick to the planned dates. But the tipping point, according to Nicks, came at the MusiCares Person of the Year event, where she accused Buckingham of behaving disrespectfully during her acceptance speech. His alleged smirking and dismissive gestures were the final straw, prompting Nicks to make a difficult choice about their professional relationship. Nicks was quick to clarify that she hadn't orchestrated Buckingham's firing. Instead, she framed her decision as a need to step away from what she viewed as a toxic situation, emphasizing the importance of maintaining personal boundaries, even in the intense world of rock stardom. She said Stevie and Lindsey's different stories. Few love stories in rock history have captivated audiences like the passionate, tumultuous relationship between Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Their intense romance, creative partnership, and eventual breakup fueled some of Fleetwood Mac's most iconic songs, turning their personal saga into a legendary chapter in music. As time passes, one question lingers. What happens when the music fades, yet the emotions remain? In a candid interview that reignited interest in their storied past, Buckingham revealed that he believes Nicks might still harbor feelings for him. This revelation, shared with a blend of nostalgia and curiosity, once again cast a spotlight on one of rock's most enduring sagas. Through his words, Buckingham painted a picture of a relationship frozen in time, preserved by the very music that documented its rise and fall. Reflecting on his feelings for Nicks, Buckingham opened up about a time when their bond remained strong, even after their initial breakup. His confession offered a rare glimpse into the complex emotional landscape that both musicians navigated throughout their careers. Buckingham's speculation about Nicks's potential reciprocation added an intriguing layer to their already intricate history. Central to Buckingham's reflections was the creation of Rumors, Fleetwood Mac's magnum opus, and a poignant chronicle of the band's interpersonal turmoil. He suggested that the unique circumstances surrounding the album's production might have stunted their ability to fully process their breakup. The studio became a pressure cooker for their raw emotions, with each song capturing the conflicted feelings they struggled to express. Buckingham described the surreal experience of working alongside Nicks during this period, where their professional duties demanded they suppress their personal pain. This emotional suppression, he suggested, may have prevented them from finding the closure they needed to move on completely. Yet despite the heartache, they managed to create timeless music, a testament to their resilience and dedication. The guitarist's reflections remind us of the double-edged sword that is artistic inspiration. The same pain that fueled their creativity also seemed to trap them in an emotional limbo, making it difficult to fully let go of the past. This intertwining of personal anguish and professional success is a recurring theme in rock history, but rarely has it been articulated with such vulnerability. As Buckingham revisited their shared history, he touched upon the different paths their lives took after their split. While he found love again and started a family, Nicks devoted herself entirely to her music career. This divergence, Buckingham mused, may have influenced their lingering feelings toward each other. Life after Fleetwood Mac, Lindsey's solo journey. In the ever-changing world of rock music, few bands have a story as compelling as Fleetwood Mac's. Now, with fresh whispers of a reunion, a new chapter may be about to unfold. At the heart of this speculation is Lindsey Buckingham, the former guitarist and songwriting genius whose unexpected departure in 2018 left fans stunned and the music world reeling. The possibility of a reunion began to take shape after a tragic event in 2020, the passing of Peter Green, Fleetwood Mac's original founder. In the wake of this loss, Mick Fleetwood, the band's legendary drummer, reached out to Buckingham, breaking years of silence. This olive branch, extended in shared grief, seemed to bridge a divide many thought was unfixable, marking a significant moment in the band's tumultuous history. It was two rock legends, once estranged by misunderstandings and years of tension, finding common ground in their respect for a fallen friend. Their conversation, tinged with sadness, hinted at reconciliation and opened the door to a future many had given up on. It was a moment that suggested old wounds might finally begin to heal. As news of their renewed connection spread, fans and insiders alike couldn't help but speculate. Could this be the first step toward a Fleetwood Mac reunion? The thought of the classic lineup reuniting on stage set the music world abuzz, reigniting hope for a final chapter in the band's storied career. Mick Fleetwood himself added fuel to the fire, hinting at the possibility of a farewell tour. The idea of Fleetwood Mac embarking on one last grand adventure captivated fans worldwide. For many, it represented a rare chance to witness rock history in the making, one final opportunity to see one of the greatest bands of all time at their best. Lindsey Buckingham, too, seemed open to the idea. In interviews, he spoke of his readiness to put the past behind him for the sake of the music they created together. His words painted a picture of a man willing to move forward, focusing on Fleetwood Mac's legacy rather than the personal conflicts that had once torn them apart. Yet the road to reunion is not without obstacles. The complex relationships within Fleetwood Mac, particularly between Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, remain a significant challenge. Their history, marked by a passionate romance, creative partnership, and eventual fallout, has been a defining element of the band's story for decades. Any reunion would need to navigate these emotional complexities. Adding to the tension is the fact that Buckingham and Nicks have had little contact in recent years. The silence between them speaks volumes, revealing the depth of their estrangement. Bridging this gap would require not only a professional reconciliation, but a personal one as well. Despite these challenges, the possibility of a Fleetwood Mac reunion continues to intrigue. For the band members, it could be a chance to reclaim their shared legacy and remind the world of the magic they once created together. For fans, it's an opportunity to relive the soundtrack of their lives and experience the electrifying energy of Fleetwood Mac one last time. A potential reunion also raises interesting questions about the music industry and the role of nostalgia. In an era where many classic rock bands have embarked on farewell tours, Fleetwood Mac's return would be more than just another nostalgic trip. Given the band's dramatic history and Buckingham's sudden departure, a reunion would be a true event, a moment of rock and roll redemption. However, it's important to remember that a reunion, at this point, remains speculative. While the reconciliation between Fleetwood and Buckingham is a hopeful sign, many pieces must come together for a full-fledged reunion to become a reality. The willingness of all band members to participate, the resolution of past conflicts, and the practicalities of organizing a major tour are all hurdles that must be overcome. The passing of Christine McVie in 2022 adds another layer of complexity to these discussions. Her absence would be deeply felt, both musically and emotionally. Any potential tour would need to find a way to honor her memory while allowing the band to move forward. While the possibility of a reunion hangs in the air, the members of Fleetwood Mac haven't been sitting idle. How have their fascinating solo journeys defined their lives beyond the band? Let's find out. Where are they now? Updates on other band members. When Fleetwood Mac's iconic story seemed to close, it didn't silence the music. It simply set the stage for a new era of creativity and personal triumph for its legendary members. Their solo careers reveal a vivid tapestry of artists liberated, each exploring their unique musical visions without the constraints of a band dynamic. At the forefront of this solo revolution is Stevie Nicks, the mystical songstress whose haunting voice and poetic lyrics have become synonymous with rock royalty. In 1981, Nicks stepped boldly into the spotlight with her debut solo album, Belladonna, marking the beginning of a remarkable journey that would span decades and yield a treasure trove of musical gems. Nicks's solo discography reads like a map of her artistic evolution. From the powerful Edge of 17 to the tender Leather and Lace, her songs continue to captivate audiences and showcase her unparalleled storytelling ability. What's particularly intriguing is how Nicks initially hesitated to pursue a solo career. She once admitted she was not the least bit interested in having a solo career before 1981, illustrating how artistic paths often unfold in unexpected ways. Nicks's crowning achievement came in 2019 when she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist, making her the first woman to achieve this honor twice. This historic moment highlighted her enduring influence on the music industry, both as a member of Fleetwood Mac and as an individual artist. But Nicks hasn't been content to rest on her laurels. In recent years, she has collaborated with contemporary artists like Miley Cyrus, bridging generational divides and proving her continued relevance in today's music landscape. Her 2021 tour, with performances at iconic venues like the Hollywood Bowl, demonstrated that she remains at the top of her game, even decades into her career. While Nicks soared as a solo artist, her bandmates were carving out their distinct paths. Christine McVie, the soulful keyboardist and vocalist, also embarked on a solo journey, releasing her self-titled album in 1984 and another in 2004. These works allowed fans to experience McVie's distinctive songwriting style in a new light. Her collaboration with Lindsey Buckingham on a duets album in 2017 further proved that the creative spark between Fleetwood Mac members could flourish beyond the band. Tragically, Christine McVie's story came to an end in November 2022. Her passing at the age of 79 sent shockwaves through the music world. Fleetwood Mac honored their one-of-a-kind, special, and talented beyond measure bandmate, and the 2023 Grammy Awards featured a poignant tribute with Mick Fleetwood, Sheryl Crow, and Bonnie Raitt performing her song Songbird, a touching reminder of her lasting legacy. John McVie, the steady heartbeat of Fleetwood Mac's rhythm section, took a different path after the band's prime. His story is one of personal triumph over adversity. Sober since 1987 following a health scare, McVie's life is a testament to resilience and redemption. His battle with and recovery from colon cancer in 2013 adds another layer to his inspiring narrative. Today, McVie leads a quieter life, indulging in his passion for sailing and embracing a slower pace. And then there's Mick Fleetwood, the towering figure whose name graces the band. His post-Fleetwood Mac life reflects his diverse interests and entrepreneurial spirit. From releasing solo music to becoming the face of Harry Styles' brand Pleasing, Fleetwood has shown there are many ways to be a rock legend. His ventures into the wine business and his restaurant, Fleetwood's on Front State, in Maui, reveal his sharp business acumen. Even in the face of adversity, such as the devastating Maui wildfires of 2023 that damaged his restaurant, Fleetwood's resilience remains unshaken. These individual journeys, though distinct, are intertwined by the golden thread of Fleetwood Mac's legacy. Each member's solo career and personal endeavors have added new dimensions to their artistic personas, allowing fans to appreciate them not just as pieces of a legendary band, but as multifaceted individuals with unique stories to tell. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, leave nice comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting content. Check out another interesting video by clicking on the video appearing on your screen right now.